Welcome to HMS. Trademark HMS. So, trademark HMS is used in managing patients in a facility. So, the user start by providing the credentials that were used during account creation and logging in. They are redirected to a dashboard. So, this is the dashboard that can be only seen by the super admin or the facility administrator. And these are the function of every activity that is happening in a hospital setup. So each and every user will be redirected as per their roles. If a user is a doctor, he'll be only be able to see things concerning a doctor. Same to HRIO, same to pharmacist, finance, procurement head, human resource, among others. So a patient visits facility, they first go through the OPD where they are recorded, their details are taken if and only if it is their first visit. For a revisit, the details are called from the database by searching their OPD number or their name or their ID number, anything, searching anything, and their names are displayed, selected, and queued to triage. So, for example, for a new patient, the details are being recorded. Details include their full name, their date of birth, their gender. After that module, if they're above 18 years, select, you'll have to record their occupation and ID number. Then you'll have to choose where they are coming from selecting their country, county, sub-county, and ward, and also their village. And lastly, their phone number. Then you save. So after saving the patient, you will be on top of the list because it is the last in, first out. So you will view and queue them to triage. But first you have to add their next of kin for the record so that if anything happens, they can be contacted. You take the details of the next of kin, choose the relationship maybe, and there's and now at OPD they will be queued to triage. So at the triage, vitals are recorded, they are picked from the queue, and the vitals are recorded. Vitals include things like maybe temperature, blood pressure, maybe their weight against their height so that we can calculate their BMI automatically, and maybe their pulse rate. So the system automatically calculates their BMI and display their category. Like for the dummy data used, the patient is overweight, and now they are queued to doctor's room. So when a doctor logs in at his panel, we'll be able to have the queue against part for history and implication. So you will have to pick the patient from the queue. After picking the patient, you will start by checking if triage was fully done. If not fully done, they will be able to update the triage if some information is missing. And if they call the patient that is not yet ready, they can return the patient to the queue. If the patient has been called and is in, they will start by recording their history by asking, "How do you feel?" Maybe the patient say, "I'm having a headache." So to avoid error, clerical error, the data is being selected from the drop down. Maybe the patient will also say he is fatigued, and maybe he'll say he's having some nausea. So the doctor, because this is his profession, he will check, or he will try to to write the implication also from the drop down. Maybe let's use an example of something like malaria. Maybe it's implying he's having malaria. He will ask the patient, which medicine had you taken before? If no, he will skip. If yes, maybe he will write, patient will say, I've already taken Panadol, and the clinician will save. After saving, clinician will decide, let the patient visit the lab for the test. So for the test, he will choose from the drop down. Example for malaria, we choose maybe BS and add. So at this point, he can decide to bill the patient by maybe saying, in this department, these are the bills. So this can be added in any facility. So maybe for this type of treatment, we just charge the consultation as the first bill. Then we will send the patient to the laboratory. So the lab tech on his panel will also have the same model, the queue on the right with the patient. So we'll pick the patient. The patient is from the doctor. And you will see the test requested is BS, the result is pending. So he will record the sample he has taken. So samples can be added at the lab. Lab technician can add the sample, he can create the test, the cost, he can edit the existing test, the cost. So he will take the test and update the result. Maybe the result will be yes, he has tested, it was positive, and maybe it was normal, I don't know. After that, if there is a departmental bid at the lab, you will add. So this is created by the hospital through the settings. So the hospital will give us the billings they expect, one that can be charged at the laboratory. If no, the patient can be queued back to the doctor's room. So at the doctor's queue, doctor is able. Now I'm at the doctor's room and I'm seeing the patient is already from the lab. Then I'll call him. Blah blah blah. Get him. The result is here, and you've been tested and you are positive. So using the API from World Health Organization, the diagnosis will be selected from the ICD code 11. So you will search the diagnosis space education. Maybe it is malaria due to plasmodium. Now you will have the code and the disease name and save on the patient profile. So at the doctor's room, you will be able to choose the diagnosis and save from the ICD-11 code. Then you will go to the part of medicine and choose. Maybe these medicine are from the pharmacy. So all these are recorded at the pharmacy. All these are recorded at the pharmacy. So here you maybe choose a drug. I'll just choose any type of drug. Then you will choose, maybe it will be oral. Then you will write the prescription, maybe something I don't know, BD9, blah 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 blah, and save. Then, if the condition is severe, he will admit the patient at the ward through the inpatient model. So here, the patient will be notified if his payment is through SHA or through any type of insurance. The claim number is generated, the insurance, the payment method is selected, then the claim number is added, then you choose the ward, then you admit the patient. If the condition can be managed at home, the patient is queued at the pharmacy. At the pharmacy, pharmacist will have this module here that include patients, point of sale, inventory, store, and pharmaceuticals and sales. So here, for the sake of the patient, you will click on patient. And you will see that the topmost patient is the most recent sent patient. So you will just view and see what the doctor has written. So you will able to see the lab result. Oh, he was tested BS, it was positive. The doctor has diagnosed the patient with malaria, and these are the drugs that the doctor is requested to be given to the patient. Now the first thing you will do here is to check if that drug is available in the inventory. So for this sake, I'll just use an example of any drug here. Any drug here. Hold on a bit. You will search. Maybe if it is malaria, you will search the drug like Artemata. So here we have Artemata. You will check if it is in the stock by clicking check availability. If it is there, the drug will be listed on batch number, the quantity, and the expiry date of the drug. So he's able to choose the drug to sell the drug that are fast approaching the expiry. So you will choose, you will able to see oral. Oh, we are remaining with some 1752 pieces here. The doctor requested the patient to be given pieces, 24 pieces. You will add. We will also look for other drugs as per the doctor's request here. So at the drug here, we have the quantity against the selling price. So this price is being set at the pharmacy when you are doing inventory. For this sake, for this drug, this hospital X had set that the selling price is 0.00. So if they had set the selling price for the metal, for this drug here, you are seeing the available pieces that we've seen from the drop down. And if you visit the inventory, you can be able to see the drugs. So at the pharmacy here, on the patient profile, after selecting the drugs here, maybe we'll say let's charge him also. Maybe that let's give him also. We'll check availability. You'll see here we have two drugs. We have two batches, one that is almost approaching expiry. So it's remaining 1976. Maybe we'll give him 24 pieces. I don't know how you do it. And add to cart. So for the second drug, it has been set the selling price is 2 shillings. Now the client will be charged 84 shillings. So he will bill the patient to finance. Tell the patient, go to finance, clear, come back, pick drugs, and go home. The patient will go to the finance office. At finance office, also we have different functions, but for the sake of the patient, finance officer clicks, select the most recent patient, that's you here. Is able to see every details. So these are the same details that for the hospitals using insurances like Minet, SHA, AON, these are the same details that you are required to key in on the insurance portal. So you'll select, you can copy paste this history to the insurance provider. He's able also to see the diagnosis from the doctor, including the code and the disease name. And this is the bills. So if at the finance office maybe a doctor forgot to add a certain bill, he can be able to adjust the bill and select or any bill that could have been forgotten. Maybe the X-ray was done for this patient and add on the patient profile, and it is automatically being charged. If there is a bill that patient was had to incur and does not exist, for the sake, you can remove using this model. So you will ask the patient, how can we pay? If the payment is cash, you'll continue with cash. If it is insurance, you will choose what type of insurance. For this sake, maybe you'll say is going through SHA, and we will insert the claim number from the SHA. Just that is a random number, and we will discharge the patient. So on discharge, a patient can be charged either live, dead, or maybe absconded and just decided to run away. and we will discharge the patient alive if that is the case. On discharge, the system will generate three documents. A gate pass. A gate pass is used at the gate so that a patient can be able to be allowed outside. We'll have the discharge sheet. Discharge sheet will include the biodata of the patient, the time he has visited the facility. We'll have the medical history of the patient, the impression as per what we were recording, the tests that had been conducted, the services offered as per bills we were selecting on different departments, and the drugs on discharge. For discharge, I just used one example, and the status is cleared. Also, we will generate an invoice. The invoice will include all the invoices charged and the total billings that we can use to claim on insurance portal. So back at the doctors, at the pharmacist will now be able to see indeed patient X has cleared with the finance, and now I'm able even to give her the receipt on the request if the patient want to know the drugs charged. And you can see the total charge here is 84, and this is also the same case when you visit the patient portal at the finance office. Yes, for the drugs, that is what we've charged 84. For the movement of the patient outpatient, that's how it moves. So for the sake of claims on SHA portal, they want hospitals to have this Excel form on this format. So every month, the hospital can just generate the form by entering the all patients that were treated through the SHA outpatient by giving the start date and the end date and generating the form. So this I can generate for these two patients, and it is downloaded, and on view, this is what is being used on claim, and this is the file that was shared by the SHA team. So for the hospitals using SHA, embrace the system. For other modules, check out for another video.